Hey. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I know I'm an hour late. I apologize. I wasn't even going to go live. I had to go out and buy sneakers, and yeah. So I spent $150 on a pair of sneakers. I've never spent so much money on sneakers in my entire life, but I needed them for my back, and I looked online and I researched, but yeah, these things better like clean my house. So welcome everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you guys are all having a good day. And yeah, so I am going to make this an open panel, but I got to discuss some things first and then we can discuss it. So first, let me say hi to everyone. What's up, members, Patreons, former Patreons, future Patreons, mod subs, everyone in between. Hey, Bonnie. And all right. I don't even know where to begin. So we're going to begin with the obvious. I got Brooks. I'll show you. They're Brooks. Forgot what they're called. They're a special Brooks. They're really cool looking though. I like them. Don't laugh at me. You're going to laugh. But I forgot what they're called. They're a certain kind of Brooks. Something GTX 22. Yeah, something GTX 22. But I've just never spent so much money on a pair of sneakers in my entire life. But I think they're cute too. But I tried on like Nikes. I tried on a lot of different ones. And they just weren't as comfortable. See, Ghost doesn't give you the support though. Like Phoenix buys Brooks. I buy him Brooks. And he loves them. But I looked online for what is the best for like back support. And they said the GTX something. GTX 22 gives you more support than the others. Ghost doesn't give you the same like back support. So I said, all right, I'm going to suck it up. I'm just going to go with it. And I did. I was trying to find cheaper ones, but it didn't work. So there's that. Thank you, Rhonda. I got to pull it up. Hold on. I got to get it. Hold on. Ooh, doggy. Hang on, Rhonda. It's coming. It's coming.
I think we got a super chat. I think we got a super chat.
Thank you, Rhonda. And now Dark Angel. You get your own.
We got a super chat. All right. I think we got a super chat. All right. I think we got a super chat.
Thank you, Dark Angel and Rhonda. Believe me, I am accepting all super chats tonight. If you want to cash at me, PayPal me, you go right ahead. I will not stop you. So, all right. What? My foot is stuck on a bag. All right. So, first, let me start with my cover. Some people might be curious why Madonna's thrown in with missing people. All right. For anyone that is my age, you know how awesome Madonna was. And she was like an icon. Everyone wanted to be her. Everyone wanted to look like her. We all dressed up like a virgin. We all dressed up with 1,000 bracelets that my daughter's generation thinks she came up with that. But we all had our hair all funky and everything else. And I'm watching the news. And I could not believe what she has turned into. And this story just took me by surprise because I couldn't even believe it. Now, granted, she's 64 years old. But even at 64, yeah, lace, everything. But at 64 years old, I am so disgusted with what she's turned into. She was beautiful. She was always beautiful. She was beautiful back then. She was beautiful as she got older. She was beautiful always. And then I saw her picture today on TikTok and I almost cried. Ladies, listen to me. You don't need plastic surgery. Growing old is a part of life. Getting wrinkles is a part of life. There is no magical cure for youth. We just get old. It is what it is. Plain and simple. And I don't understand why people run to get plastic surgery on their face. You want to get your boobs done. You want to get your arms done. You want to get your legs done. Go right ahead. Have fun. But don't fuck with the face. I have yet to see 90% of people that fuck with their face end up looking 10 times horrible. 10 times horrible. Courtney Cox destroyed her looks. All these people completely destroyed their looks. And I don't understand it. Meg Ryan destroyed her looks. Hey, Yarn. Melanie Griffith destroyed her looks. Courtney Cox destroyed her looks. And now Madonna destroyed her looks. See, I wouldn't even mess with Botox. Nothing. Megan Fox, she still looks good, though. But I know what you're saying. Joan Rivers, Renee Zellweger, they all destroyed their looks. They were beautiful and they got destroyed due to plastic surgery. So I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about here. So just, getting old is just part of life. It happens. Even Mickey Rourke destroyed his looks. Kenny Rogers, exactly. Lindsay Lohan. All these people that were great, great actors, you never even see again because they destroyed their looks. And they probably won't even leave the house. You want to get a nose job or something? That's fine. Exactly, White Lotus. Hold on. Okay.
What if you were a global bank who wanted to crunch billions of transactions against thousands of compliance controls?
I don't care
So you
about
tap
this.
IBM to unsilo your data, and now you can supercharge your audit system with AI. Let's create smarter ways of putting your data to
We
work.
can get rid of the
IBM,
ad here.
Let's create.
Okay. What did this woman do to her life? Hold on. Like Madonna. Why? Why? Why would you look like that? You're 64 years old and you are beautiful. You were beautiful. What is with the outfit? What is I just can't with this. Why? Just why? And the outfit, you're 64 years old. Come on, Madonna. You're better than that. You had such grace and such class, and you defined a generation. I mean, you literally defined a generation of girls. I am one of them. And yeah, Donatello, another one. You're right, Bonnie. Anything stay relevant, but I don't understand why she did this to herself. See, the butt implants, I don't even care about that. You can get butt implants, you can get boob implants, you can get any kind of implants you want. But don't touch the face. Even do the lips, but don't touch the face. And I just can't believe what she did to herself.
Girl, what do you guys think? Madonna, did she just come out as gay? If so,
and like, is it a secret? Madonna's gay? Madonna's always said she was bi. The whole thing is just weird. Yeah, but that wasn't dental work. She destroyed her looks. Absolutely destroyed her looks. It is sad. That's what I'm saying. Oh, Sharon Osbourne has a new look? I didn't know that. Yeah, she said she's coming out now at 64 after she just broke up with a boyfriend of 3 months. I mean, of like multiple years, her 28-year-old boyfriend. Like Madonna, just grow old. Now you got me curious. I don't know. I think she looks pretty good. I mean, she definitely has work. Hold on. Thank you, Rhonda.
All right. I think we got a super chat. All right. I think we got a super chat.
Thank you, Rhonda. Yeah, she said she got a bad facelift. I don't know. I think she looks pretty good there. Isn't she like in her 70s though? That was a bad facelift. I can't even really see it. Yeah, that was a bad facelift. So I guess she got it fixed. She had it fixed. All right, because I was going to say, now she looks pretty good. All right, so she was born in 1952. So how old would she be? Hey, Bethany. Grimes just did a thing to face. I clicked, but got uninterested. I just care for music. Who's Grimes? Yeah, she's 70 years old. She looked pretty damn good. And she's had a life. I know. And some men have destroyed their looks. Yeah, she's older than Madonna. I hope I look that good at 70. Then again, I'll probably be dead by 70. I don't know. I guess if you're in the public, it matters. But like by 70 years old, why are you wasting money on facelifts? Let me see. Yep, she got work done. That's old Hillary. She doesn't look that much different. I think she looks pretty good, actually. That's the old Hillary. I don't know what the new Hillary is. I don't know. I don't really see much of a difference. Hillary Duff's probably 30s. How old's Hillary Duff? Probably in her 30s. Maybe 40s. Yeah, I don't know. I think she looks good. So I can't say anything. She had good surgery. But I don't think she had like a whole face redone. I don't know. I think she looks good. Why are we looking at pictures? Because I was showing Madonna. Because you're in the public spotlight. That's why. And when you're always in the public, you're going to get ranked on. Believe me, I fully understand. Because it's Laura. Hey, Dr. Dre. Our culture reveres youth and beauty. Once a woman hits 40, we become irrelevant, especially to men. Once you hit 60, we become invisible or so. Maybe. I don't know. A lot of these people stopped working when they were a lot younger than 40. All right, let's get into it. All right. I'm going to start with Kiely, and I'm not trying to offend anybody. And I don't think anyone in here is going to disagree with me or argue with me. But I was listening to a stream prior to this one, and I heard the creator trying to tell his audience that, yes, the video is real. There's no argument here. And people are not buying it. People just can't believe the video is real. And I can't understand why. Hey, Dark Angel, thank you. Where's my phone? Where'd my phone go? Here it is.
We got a super chat. I think we got a super chat. All right. I think we got a super chat.
Thank you, Dark Angel. Okay. And I don't understand. Thank you, Bethany. I don't understand why people can't get it through their head that the video is not only real, but we went to the video to find the information. It's beyond real. It is as real can get. There's no arguing. There's no debate. There's no nothing. It is real. That is Kiely's car going into the water. That is not, even if it's overlaid, they didn't change anything. They didn't, and it wasn't gray I'm talking about. They didn't change anything. They didn't alter anything. All they did was lighten something up so you can actually see it. And I don't understand why the kickback. Even Zav Girl, I was talking to her this morning, and her audience can't believe it. They can't get it past their heads that this is real. Now, if you're looking for a conspiracy, you want a conspiracy, then go ahead and say that somebody could have been in the car with her. I mean, if you want to do a conspiracy, we can come up with a conspiracy if that's what's going to keep people going. However, thank you, Dre.
All right. I think we got a super chat. I think we got a super chat.
Thank you, Dre. I'm sick of hearing about it. I'm telling you, I hear you, because it doesn't fit their narrative. I agree with you, but it's just frustrating when people, like, I don't know how clear people can make it, but Lone Star, and that's fine. That is perfectly fine to think that way, because like I said, we don't know yet. We don't know if there was somebody else driving. We don't know if she was alone. We don't know if somebody snuck out the back or got out, an exit. We don't know that. So to speculate on that is perfectly normal and perfectly okay. But that's not what people are arguing, because you can still think it's foul play. I mean, there's no debate. Nobody can debate it, because there's no proof that it wasn't, at least not yet. What I am a little surprised, I'm surprised that AWP hasn't come out with something. I know they're busy, but I really thought they would have come out with something, like about the tow truck driver, or maybe they're just trying to be quiet about it. I don't know. But it's not the end just because and I agree, Dark Angel. It's not the end. There's still a lot of questions. There's still a lot of unanswered scenarios. I hear people I heard a big creator going after what I believe to be Zav Girl today. And I mean a big creator, over 100,000 subs, making comments about people putting up, minors' pictures. Well, the minors are part of the case. So I understand people want to look at it, oh, they're minors. But if they were there, they're part of the case. Rhonda, if I wanted to say who it was, I would say it. So what if Roadside Guy was really wanting to get the point that he had seen Jagger with her the morning of? What do you mean the morning of? The morning of the party? Hey, Scoop, the morning of the party? Thought it was grad party. Most of them would be 18 and over. And I totally agree with you. And Stacy, I don't have a problem with that either. The wait and see what the cops say before making any statements. It's possible. But, for some reason, this case, and I thought it would have happened like with Chris Watts or another case, but I don't understand why creators are going after other creators for just doing things the way they do things. If that's the way Zav Girl does things, then so be it. Then that's the way she does things. But to have a big creator bash, I mean, he never used her name, but he implied it, and anyone that knows the cases knows that it's her. But she's just doing her case, she's just doing the case her way. And I don't think it's right that anybody should bash anybody. I don't agree with the way some people do things. So guess what? I just don't do it that way, or I won't watch them or something. But that doesn't make them wrong. That doesn't make them bad. It is what it is, And it really frustrated me when I heard this, and I had to turn it off. I was like, yeah, you don't do this, especially with like 2,000 people in a live. I've never heard Zav Girl do that to anybody, so I don't understand why people are doing it to her. I really, truly don't. And I'm so glad you don't criticize. Who? Criticize who? I mean, I just do things my way. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Do I make as much money as the other people? No. Do I make half of what these other creators make? No. But I'm still not going to change who I am. Exactly, Adacora. I'm still not going to change who I am. I'm going to do things my way and the way I do things. And those that agree with me will come in here, and those that don't won't. It's that simple. But I was really disheartened to hear this person bashing another creator. Now, again, didn't use their name, but bashing another creator for the way she does things. If I wanted to say it, I would. let's just say they have over 100,000 subs and they're a male. That's all I'm going to say. So that weeds out a lot of people. I agree with you, Yo Mama, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't see, hey, Fishing, I don't see Zav Girl ever doing that. I don't see Zav Girl putting down another creator or going after another creator or anything. Like, it's just wrong. I agree on. And to have a big creator do that, it's just fucked up. Thank you, Ruby. And not everyone agrees with the way I do things, and that's okay. It really is. It is what it is. So I just want to put that out there. And like I said, when I open up the panel, anybody can. Oh, you saw that Be For You? Be For You can say it. I'm not saying it, though. Exactly. Say it to face, not behind back. I totally agree. It was not Gray. Gray just talks about shit about all of us. But this person could go into her live and say something. I was just really, really surprised. I really was. I was surprised. Everyone should be able to do their own thing. Exactly. Punching down his weak saw. That's what I'm saying. I don't get it. I totally agree with you, Mark. And for those that don't like Zav, okay, so don't watch her. Thank you, Regina.
I think we got a super chat. I think we got a super chat.
Yes, Gray's Bane.
All right. I think we got a super chat.
Gray says, I do horrible true crime anyway, so there's no reason for him to be here. Blair was putting out her analytics all over his live stream the other day saying she's using Kiely's name. It's ridiculous. But here's the other thing. Okay? Ryan's video yesterday was hysterical. But here's the other thing, and I mean this, that the Glare is making money off of Zav Girl. He thinks that he's so much better, but he's making money off of her. If he's getting a super chat off of her, then you're making money from her. So give it up. Just give it up. Feels more like Zav is being bashed because she pulls the Oh, I'm sure, Riz Crow. I am absolutely sure you're right. But it's just wrong when you have a creator with over 100,000 subs that acts like that and says it on his live stream. I don't know. I just think it was whacked and it was wrong. He loves which one? The one I'm talking about or Gray? He has bashing others. Exactly. The Glare wishes he could. I totally agree. Exactly, Yarn. But I just don't get, just leave people alone. Do your own thing. And don't worry about what someone else is doing. If you don't like the way someone else is doing it, as long as they're not playing your stuff and, you don't have an issue with them, fuck it. Who cares? The Glare is a crybaby. He's a big fucking crybaby. No, Baby Gap doesn't have over 100,000 subs. Let's just say I'll narrow it down for you guys. Okay? Ryan went after him. I'll leave it at that. And if you can't figure it out from that, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah. Hey, Amanda. Baby Gap does have issues. I agree with that, Lex. My channel size wouldn't hinder my opinion. I'll punch up. Down. Don't care. I'm an equal opportunity. And Zavi. I never said she was small. No, not Tony. Thank you, Dre. I'm so proud of the wonderful creators who are on their sobriety journey. Zav Girl, something, 6 years. Oh, is she? I got to talk to her. I didn't know she was 6 years this week. Congratulations to all the folks who working in sobriety. Amen.
I think we got a super chat. All right. I I think we got a super chat.
And it's interesting, Dre, that you said that, because one of my longtime OG Patreons, in the midst of the Kiely Rodni, she had said to me, you know, I'm really worried about Zab Girl. I hope that she keeps her sobriety, and I'm afraid. I said, yeah, she's got a long time in it. She's got a long time clean. Hey, Queen Bee. I would have put, yeah, I did not. I promised everybody this afternoon it would be 8:30. No, I stole it from the video. I told everyone 8:30, and then I was late. Why did he go after Zav? I never seen it. We'll go after any tap. You weren't supposed to mention his name. But yes. Thank you, Dre.
All right. I think we got a super chat. I think we got a super chat. I think we got a super chat.
People love it, though. What can I say? People like hearing it. DJ Perp. So yeah, so I wasn't gonna say his name. I didn't want to mention his name, but yeah. And I was very, very surprised, because I've never even heard him go after someone. And like I said, he never gave her name. Exactly, Trisha. That's what I thought too. That I've never heard him go after someone, but he did. He was making really snide comments about, oh, and going after this one and going after that one. Oh, see, Texas Angel heard it too. Like, I'm not crazy. And I couldn't believe it. He didn't give her name, but we all knew who he was talking about. And I just never heard him do that to anybody before. I really didn't. And I was surprised. So I don't know. I was just very surprised. I've heard it before, but in a more passive aggressive way. I've always been kind of attacked. His hair. Oh, I don't know. I haven't even looked. I don't really watch too many videos. Like, I just listen because I'm like doing stuff. But like I said, I was just really surprised. So let me move on to what I found out on the Quinton case, and then I'll open up panel for anyone that wants to come up. But I'm not going to be on 6 hours tonight. I promise you that. I got too much work to do. And I want to stand on my shoes and make sure it's good. Laura, it's so obvious. I know it's obvious, but I still was trying to, keep it cool. Debunking the thing was tampered with. He proved it. Very interesting. Okay. I would have to see that, Teresa, because we went to the fire cam. Like, I was with Zav Girl when she did it. She went to the fire cam right from this website. Like, there was no any way around it. So I would have to see that video, because we literally went to the site, archive, and found it. And it was showing the exact same video. So I can't understand why anybody would think it was fake. I heard all about it. I'm not going there. That's drama. I'm not giving anyone's channels. I got you, though. I got you. And yes, I was shocked as can be. I called Tiffany. Did you know this? So yeah, I know all about it. So I want to see this video. What's the channel, or where do I find it? Yeah, can you, Dre? The first address that was emailed. Yeah, I got to see this. Because I don't see how this could possibly be fake. I mean, like, we saw it. We went there and archived and looked. I don't get how it could possibly be fake. So help me understand how this could possibly be fake. Also compare the registered search files and compare Check TV. Yeah, but it has nothing to do with Juan's videos or Juan's registered GPS map. I don't care about any of that. We went right to alert.ca or whatever. Alert.ca, whatever it is. I don't even remember now, but I just can't imagine how it's wrong. We watched it at the exact time. Pippi Longstocking, that is true. It's probably no longer available to view based on the FBI now has the information, but someone else said it is. Site is not a government site. It's supported by GoDaddy. Who cares? Phoenix, what? There's chicken in there. I know. All right.
What's the stress ball you were talking about?
What?
So what's the stress ball you were talking about?
I'll make you one tonight.
How do you make a stress ball?
Don't you worry about it. I make them now.
I was like, I was just saying, is it like the slime ones?
Yeah.
All right.
Don't worry about it. You'll see how cool it is.
I mean, I would say just get the memory foam ones because it's gonna pop on.
No, it's not. Don't worry. I got this. Don't worry about it. I got it. I can't find a YouTube channel. He is so sweet. Hey, Phoenix, I bought Brooks today.
What?
Yeah. I caved in. $1 million shoes.
Which ones?
Most expensive sneakers I ever bought in my life.
Which ones did you get?
What?
Which ones did you get?
The GTX something.
Oh, mine are more expensive.
What?
I said mine are more expensive.
How much are yours?
160.
Mine's 140.
Mine's glycerins.
No.
It's these are for comfort. Those are for like stability.
This is for support.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Up.
Are they comfy?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. I like my glycerin.
What's up, Suffer? All right, it's you two. Oh, you back to Jeff. Is that the actual name? You back to .jeff.chan? Is that right? Oh, you sent me the link. Which email did you send it to, Dre? Which email did you send it to? I have too many emails. All right, here we go.
Hello.
Hold on. This guy?
Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Boy, do I have something special for you today. Have you ever gone to bed and you can't sleep because your mind is racing and you just can't stop thinking about something and it just doesn't really make sense, and eventually you finally drift off to sleep, but when you wake up, boom, epiphany comes to your mind. Have you ever had something like that happen? Well, that's exactly what happened to me this morning when I woke up. Everybody knows I posted the video yesterday and I showed the controversial video about that video. First of all, the idea that the airbags never deployed and there was no front bumper damage. That's really weird considering that video showed us how fast the car just drove straight into the lake, right?
Okay, but all right, but it really wasn't going too fast. Thank you, Dre.
I think we got a super chat. I think we got a super chat.
I know, that's why I sped it up, Teresa. But the car was only going like 11 miles an hour. Airbags wouldn't deploy at 11 miles an hour.
I thought, I could probably reproduce that and then show everybody on the internet how easy that was. But then I realized that it was actually going to be pretty hard because I would have to have the camera at a very big distance and stuff. So if you know anything about models, I decided to scale it down and use a model. So yes, you got me building models today, folks. I actually built a model that's right, we're going to use a model today. Fake, not accurate. That's why it doesn't line up with any of the evidence that we know. And I'm going to show you exactly how this model and that background could be manipulated. Presenting land, obviously, and this would be blade crosser, okay? It doesn't matter if the shape is perfect. All we really need is that nice dark black line there that represents, see? Okay, so I got the headlight, and it works perfect for what we need. I also attached, I don't know if you can see it, a piece of fishing line, so I can pull the car along without having so I tried filming with my hand pushing it, my hand's blocking the car. So with the fishing line, I can just tow the car along a little easier, so you can see what I'm talking about without my hand interfering with what I'm trying to show you. So basically what I'm going to do here is I'm going to come down here on the land and I'm going to turn right there at the beach and shut my headlights off so that I can look out over the lake and enjoy the view. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do with my car. And I'm just going to turn the headlights on right now so that I can do it easier. And then I'm just going to flick the headlights off when we get there. Okay, so there's the car. Okay, you can see it. See how the headlights look just even in my demonstration video here? Okay, they kind of flare. All right, that's really important. I want you to notice that. Even in my model, the same thing happens. We get flaring. Okay. Now, 5 kilometers or 5 miles away, whatever.
He's a professional auto guy and knows a ton about cameras.
All right. I think we got a super chat. All right. I think we got a super chat.
All right. Thank you, Jay.
It was maybe last 3, somewhere around there. That's how far the camera was, and this video camera is a very high quality video camera. The one we watched that was the Fire Watch cam is a 15 frame rate per second outdoor camera, not meant for high resolution or a quality picture or smooth picture playback because it's very jumpy because of the frame rate. So the flaring and the flaring of the light will be even worse on a 15 frame rate per second camera or less. Now, I'm not going to make it totally dark in here, but I'm going to darken it up a bit. But I want to be able to still see land, the line, and the water so we know for sure where that car is at all times because that's the whole point of this video. So I'm just going to make it a bit darker in here, and if we need to, I can make the video I'm making right now darker in the editor later without changing where the car's position is. Okay, so I can change the contrast or darken it up a bit to make it look more like nighttime. Okay, so we're just trying to get basically a model demonstration here. It's going to be a simulation of what happened in the video. So we need to know where land is, we need to know where the line is, we need to know where the water is, and most importantly, we need to know where the car is. And that's going to give us the scientific answer that proves this video is fake. Okay, so I'm going to just go ahead and make it a little darker in here. Okay, I think that's just the right amount of light. I didn't want it totally dark, but you can see the light is flaring really badly and the headlight goes in the direction of the car. Now my little LED throws a little bit of crappy light. It's not a professional automotive headlight we're dealing with here, okay? But I'm going to show you how the car came down the road and then turns a bit and then parks right here on the beach. That's what I'm going to do with my car that is not Kiely's car. It's just somebody else's car. It's my car, or like I said, it could be Kiely's car. But the most important thing is to know where the car is, because we still don't know who's driving the car or who owns the car, okay? But that doesn't matter. What I'm going to show you is the science behind the magic trick that makes this video fake. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to take my string and I'm just going to tow the car, and I'm going to come down to the beach with my car, and then I'm turning at the beach right now, and then I'm going to come right to the water's edge, right about there. And now what I want to do is I want to have a beer and chill out with my girlfriend and watch over the lake, so I'm going to shut my headlights off. All right, so there you go. You can still see the car. Headlights are now off. Where's the car? The car is on land. The car is on this side of the line. It's on land, not in the water. Okay, so that is it. That's all we need. Video of a car parking on the beach with the headlights going off. That's all we need. That's how simple this video is going to be. All right, now I'm going to show you.
Okay, one thing to throw a wrench in this, though, what he's not, and it may happen later on the video, but when you watch the video, you can see the headlights peering off the other side, and you can see where the headlights bounce the reflection off the other side. Once the car hits the water, per se, you can still see the headlights on, but they don't reflect anywhere. So his theory that the lights were turned off is not true. Because again, and I'll show you guys the video again, there's no headlights on the other side, but you can still see headlights on. So that diminishes his theory that they just parked at the end and turned the headlights off.
What was done in the video editing, because don't forget, we're going to darken this video up in the video editor to make it look more like nighttime, but I didn't want anybody saying, oh, you can't see where his model is or where the car is. So now you can definitely see where it is. It's on land. It's just not completely dark in here. And I'm going to darken it up on the video editor. When I do that, it will change the contrast and the tint and make all of this background look darker, but it's not going to change the location of that car right there, okay? So you'll recognize that I'm saying right now, as I'm pointing at it, the car is on the beach, okay? In fact, we'll just turn the headlights back on one more time. There we go. The car is on the beach. Okay, so I'm leaving the car on the beach. And now what I'm going to do is, without changing the scenery, leaving the camera fixed position exactly like the forest fire camera would be, I'm just going to get rid of the car because it's another day. Okay, it's a new day and there's no car at the beach. All right. Now it's daytime, so let's brighten it back up a bit here. So now we have our daytime shot without moving the camera, fixed position exactly like the forest fire camera looking down over the forest and the lake. All right, and guess what? We're done. That's all I need. We're finished. Now just take this video and chop it in half. And we're going to separate the first half, the dark video, the nighttime video with a car parking on the beach and shutting its headlights off on land. And we're going to take this video that is now the new daytime video. So,
okay, I would agree with him 100% if I hadn't have watched Zap Girl archive it herself, go there, pull it up, and watch the exact same video. His entire argument is moot. Because he's thinking of this as Gray's video, and that's the only video that matters. He's not realizing that we pulled it up, the archive right from the website. Nothing was different. Nothing changed. It was the exact same thing as Gray's video.
I'll just take my hand out of there so we have a nice clear overlay of just the land. Okay, so just leave it going for a sec so that I have a nice long picture of the overlay. That way I don't have to manipulate it or do anything to it later. So this part I'm talking over right now is exactly the clip we're going to use as the overlay, which is exactly what they did in the forest fire watch video. They took a daytime video of the camera in the same position, same angle, so that the person inside can look over the lake and have a beer and hang out with his girl. Okay? So I can talk over it. Okay, so we have here the video I made. It's playing right now of just daytime video stuff to make it a bit darker in the room. So once I did that, we have the dark scene, and let's just roll it back from here and see how it looks in the video editor from here. Oh, I forgot I turned the volume all the way down. Let's turn that back up. Down the road, and then turns a bit, and then parks right here on the. Okay, so. Okay, we have the nighttime video of the car. Let's go ahead and let's just speed up this video a bit. And we want this part hits the water, right? And then it slows down really quick. So simulating that, let's just go back here and play it again. Fast, 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 slow, 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 slow. Okay, and then I'm going to move ahead just a little bit, add another one. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to ramp it up really quick so that the headlights go off faster, just so I get my timing right here on this whole thing. And we'll just move this out of the way for a second here. Okay, so now let's play it. Get fast, 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 slow, slow, very slow. And then I want to go fast again so that the headlights go out quickly. Bam. Just like that. That's actually pretty good, right? Look what we got. Okay, so now we have that. Now let's go ahead and let's just stretch this out a bit so we can see these video clips a little better. Move this a little closer. So now we've got nighttime, daytime video. Nighttime on the left, daytime on the right. Okay, so we've got the nighttime video. And we're just going to stop it right where the lights go out. And then I flashed the lights one more time, didn't I? Yeah, right there. We'll just leave that in there just so it's a reference point. Because we all know that when I flash that light on, it's on land. It's on the beach. Okay? It was the whole time. All right? So now here comes the video editing magic trick that was done. Okay. So first of all, let's make this a little darker like it was really nighttime, okay? Change the temperature. And what we need to do, not change the position of the car at all. All we see is the light. Oh, but look at that. Just as I planned, we can see the light shining on the black line of the shoreline. Magic. It's like I planned this or something. Okay, so this video would be comparable to what we're supposed to believe is the raw footage from the camera on the pole that's aimed at Prosser Lake looking out for forest fires, okay? And I have the speed about appropriate for what we're trying to display here, okay? As you can see, it goes fast then slow like it hit the water and then turns.
Okay, it is. It's what I thought. He's only basing this on Gray's video. He's not realizing that we saw the original, and we saw the original right from the website. He's not realizing that.
Slowly, and then lights out. Okay, but we all saw, even in the dark video that I made it darker, we all see where it is. You can see the black line the whole time right there. See it? Okay, this is working out perfect. Okay, now let's take the daytime video and put it right over top. Well, what do you know? We can't see the car anymore. We can't see the nighttime anymore. But we have a video on top that is the exact same positioning and same scene, right? So let's just cut it so it's the same length. So now we can't see the video underneath, but if we go into the video, so now we just bring this one back and look at this. Now we can see both. Okay, now we see the headlights, just the lights, and the daytime video. Okay, and this is what we're supposed to believe they did with the video. Okay, and look at that. Look at what we got. Headlights going down in the daytime on land and doing exactly the same thing.
Okay, but he kind of proved his own theory. Nothing changed. All you're doing is seeing it clearer, but nothing changed. So I don't even understand what he's trying to prove here. He hasn't changed anything. The original does not show the water. Well, it does. You just can't see it.
We can see that it's on land, right? Okay? Lights out. Now, here comes the magic trick. Let's grab this overlay and move it over here a bit. Let's go a little further, right over there. And then we're going to just stretch it out a bit so that it still fits. And then we're going to go a little further with it. Stretch it out a little further. Maybe just one more time. Okay. So now, what we've got is a daytime video. Oops. Oh, look at that. Look where the lights are, everybody. Over there in the lake. Huh. Now, if we just take this video and make it just a little bit more lake-looking, look at that. All right. Okay, guys, let's play it back and see what we have here. Let's hit play. In fact, I'm going to make this full screen so we can see it. Play. Oh, look at that. Car lights going down the coast, into the water, splash, turning toward the camera a little bit, floating in the lake, and then it sinks. Do you get it now, folks? The person that made this video faked it. Let's roll it one more time. Car coming down the coast, turning, hitting the water, looking like it's floating, turning toward the camera, and then after a few seconds of floating, lights out because it's supposedly sunk.
All right, let me just say this. Anybody else, I would agree with him. But Gray is not changing a video. As much as I don't like the idiot right now, I'll still stand up for what's right. Gray is not changing a video to make it something that it wasn't. That's just not Gray. Gray is not like that. It's not his personality. If it was anybody else, I'd say, yeah, they probably did, and this guy's probably right, but not Gray. Gray wouldn't do that.
Get it now, folks? We've been lied to by the person that made this video, and I just proved for a fact that this video was fake. And you saw it here first on my channel. You back to Jeff. It's where you get the good stuff.
Exactly. He can be a butthead, but he's not a clout chaser. Yeah, but Gray was the one that actually did the first overlay. He's the only one that did the overlay.
Okay, so there you have it, folks. It's that easy to make this video look like the car went in the water when A, it probably did not. B, we have no idea if that's cut.
He is insinuating Gray. Gray's the only one who made Gray's the original one who made the overlay video.
These car or not, it could have been. Maybe she was parked down at the beach before whatever happened to her. and then the car went in the lake right there where they were parked. Maybe it's not her car at all, and it's just somebody else down there to smoke a big doobie or drink some beers, or maybe just look out over the lake. You can't see the lakes with your headlights on. You have to shut your headlights off. I go down to the lake near my area all the time, and
the original video would be gray.
You have to shut your lights off if you want to see out there at night and see the waves and stuff. So it's very common for people to pull up at the beach and shut their lights off. So we have no idea if that's her car. We have no idea if it's somebody else's car. We have no idea if it's a different day, and the timestamp has been manipulated, which would also be extremely easy to do. So it's been debunked, in my opinion, and you can go ahead and share this video with other people if you think they're wrong as well. I felt like it was wrong from the beginning. Here's why: because in my investigative mind, I cannot accept something that does not look.
But the fire cam the fire cam video doesn't have any type of overlay. He's saying with an overlay would imply gray. That's what I'm saying. The original video doesn't have an overlay. The original video is just straight up video. There's no overlay to it.
Line up with any of the evidence, okay? And that's why I'm still waiting for a reply directly from Honda, so I can bring you guys the facts straight from the manufacturer. But in my personal opinion, as an auto body repair specialist, I fix those plastic bumpers and grills on cars all the time. They are cheap, they break easy, they're held on with plastic clips, they're all for show because the real crumple zone and protection of the vehicle is built in to the unibody of the car, and the plastic stuff on the outside, these bumper shells and stuff, they're just for show. They're not on there to do anything for safety, so they don't have to be held on very well. I've had customers just drive up on a curb a bit and hook it just a little bit. When they back out, they've ripped the entire front end of their car off. Okay, those things break super easy, and I am telling you, from what I know, if it hits the water at full driving speed, those bumpers are going to be smashed, broken, cracked, damaged. The grill could be damaged. The clips, it would at least break, and there would be pieces of the bumper shell hanging off. It wouldn't be perfect like it was when we saw it pulled out of the water by law enforcement. So that does not line up. If this video of it driving into the lake, which I just proved isn't real, were real, there would be damage to the front of the vehicle, and there isn't.
Not going 11 miles an hour, there wouldn't be.
So that proves that the car went in.
I know, Clarissa.
In at a slower rate of speed, driven in by somebody. Okay. The other thing we can see for sure, for fact, is that in the dive video, the original dive video, we can see inside the car, and we can all clearly see that the airbags were not deployed. Now, a vehicle smashing into water, they are designed for the airbags to go off no matter what they hit, and it's the G-forces that set off the airbags. It has nothing to do with what you hit. If you hit water, a brick wall, a bush that's strong enough to stop you, a telephone pole, whatever you hit, if the velocity is high and the G-force of the stop is high, it's going to trigger the airbags, okay? So the vehicle had to have been traveling under a certain speed that the computer is designed to trigger the airbags at a lighter touch, okay? So at a low speed, if you bump into something, it doesn't deploy the airbags. Why? Because people back into stuff. They drive into stuff in their driveway and just touch it. Maybe they touch the trailer hitch on their trailer in front of them. Or maybe they bumped into somebody in a parking lot. That doesn't require airbags to blow off in your face at 200 miles an hour and maybe take your coffee cup and ram it through your face and kill you. So airbags are dangerous, and at low speeds, they're not required, so they don't go off. So what does that tell us? That tells us that the vehicle very likely entered the lake at a much lower rate of speed, which has been my belief all along, okay?
We said that it was going 11 miles per hour, but I said the same thing from the get-go. I said way back in the beginning that her airbags didn't deploy, so she was going very slow.
So a lower speed would account for the no bumper and grill damage. It would account for the no airbags, okay? Also, if Sammy were to have driven it and swam away from it, that would make sense still. And if it got pushed with something, that would make sense still. Even if that video is real, and I don't believe any of it is at this point, if that is her car going in the lake, which it's not, it still doesn't prove anything because the raw video is pitch black and we just see lights. Without that daytime overlay that I just showed you could be easily shifted to manipulate the entire video, it's worthless. It's just some lights in the dark. We don't know what we're seeing there. We don't know where those lights are actually going on land because the one video from the camera is black. We just see the lights. Taking that same video from the daytime on a camera fixed on a post that does not move obviously gives you a perfect overlay. So you could put daytime on top and see where it's going, like I showed in my demonstration. But somebody that wants to manipulate it just has to move it a little to the right or to the left and then stretch the video just a bit, and presto. Now you've got a video that looks like daytime overlay exactly where it's supposed to be, but it's not. And the car just drives down to the beach
And I get what he's saying, but he forgets that her phone went dead at exactly 12:33, which is the exact same time that the car went in the water. So that plays a big part.
Shuts off its lights like I demonstrated, but in this manipulated version, it looks like it drove straight into the lake and the lights went out because it sank.
And I know you guys are saying not gray, but gray is the video that everyone is showing for the overlay. He has to be talking about gray.
But we can't tell that from that video. Only the overlay allows us to see detail of where the location of the car is when the lights go out, and that is worthless because I just showed you how easy it is to fake it, and I believe it has been faked. Okay? Also, I would like to point out that these cameras, these forest cameras, run at an extremely low frame rate, 15 frames per second or less, and that's so they use up less hard drive space, but that also means the detail is very low and the jumpiness is very high. If you've ever seen a surveillance video from a convenience store or a gas station, whatever you see in the frame at that time, the next frame of film, it's jumped forward like 3 feet if it's a person walking or a car moving, and that's because of the low frame rate per second, and that's what these cameras have, and that's what makes it look like the car is going faster than it is. It's very jumpy, very blurred, the lights on the car flare, and that's all because of the low frame rate, low quality of the camera, the distance, and the fact that it's night and there's no night vision there. Of course, you would have to have infrared available at the scene for the camera to pick up, even if it was an infrared night vision camera. So that being said, the video is worthless. It tells us nothing, like I said in my last video, even if it was real, and I went to bed thinking it does not line up with any of the evidence. Somebody is messing with us here. And we're going to talk about that too. Let's get to the bottom of who did this, because they should be held accountable, in my opinion, because they're tampering with an investigation. Okay? So they faked a video and tried to manipulate the public. The thing that bugs me about the video, even if it was real, it still doesn't prove it was an accident. It doesn't prove who's behind the wheel or if somebody swam away from the vehicle. It doesn't prove if Kiely is in the cargo compartment with a seatbelt strapped over her. It proves nothing. And I just proved that the whole darn video has been faked. And you can tell people I said that. I would appreciate it if you share this video with anybody that has been manipulated by this BS, this fakery, this con artist that has done this, obviously, in my opinion, for financial gain, because getting 1 million YouTube views would mean getting a lot of ad revenue, okay? And I think that's all it comes down to, is the YouTuber that did this. I'm not going to say his name and give him more fame, okay? But I think
he's talking about gray.
Is responsible, and I'm considering sharing this video with law enforcement and the FBI and see what they think about somebody manipulating the entire world on a high-profile case. I believe that's called tampering with an investigation. Guess we'll have to wait and see. But my point is, it's wrong. Okay, it's freaking wrong, and I just proved that it's fake, and you can tell anybody in the world that I said that, and I will stand by it. That video was faked, and I personally believe it was by the video uploader. Not Kiely's mom trying to get insurance money, not law enforcement, okay? And everybody's like, oh, they didn't check that camera? How stupid. It's like 3 miles away. Who's going to think, oh, there's probably a camera 3 miles from here somewhere that's aimed in this direction. Let's go find it. Come on, people. They're sometimes superheroes, law enforcement, but they're not magic, okay? They don't have magic powers, okay? So,
but SF Investigates didn't say that that was Kiely's car going in the water. He had a completely different take on it. So that's why I'm confused that he's saying it's gray. That's what I think, Regina.
So it would be easy to not think about or not know about or not.
Oh, the original upload. No, but SF didn't do the light. He said it was a totally different time and a totally different video, and it wasn't her car going in the water. So it can't be SF that he's talking about.
Even consider a forest fire cam looking in that direction, and they're at 15 frames per second in the dark. Come on. The law enforcement officers that saw this probably already knew it was fake, but I've taken the extra step and shown you exactly how they faked it. I don't think Kiely's mom made this video or had somebody make this video. I'm sure somebody's going to say that, but it's bullcrap. And I would believe more that Sammy's parents had it made to steer people away from her, because they're rich and powerful and they're probably manipulators. I wonder where she got it from. Anyway, my point is, anybody could have done it, but I believe it was the uploader of the original video. Shame on you if you're watching this video and you made it. You didn't fool me, and you didn't fool my brilliant subscribers. Hey, we got the smartest people congregating here on my channel recently. I've been seeing people from Sweden who claim he's a mechanical engineer. I've seen people from all over the world just in the last couple of days popping up in the comments saying, hey, we're from Sweden, we're from Germany, we're from here, we're from there, we're from the UK, and I welcome all of you, because we need the best brains on YouTube right here cracking this case and figuring other stuff out too. And we like to have fun on this channel, so why not? While you're here, hit the subscribe button and shine it up for me. It's looking dull. And click the like button. That helps me get the truth out there into the algorithm. Maybe I can get up there with the fake stuff and make a difference in this world. Who knows? So now that I've completely debunked the forest fire cam video, and you're welcome to share it with anybody that has been manipulated by this fakery and this con artist that has tried to steer us away from the actual truth, I would appreciate it if you just cut that shit out. Okay, so now that you've...
All right. So let me just say this, though. All right. I would totally be buying this if it was just SF. If it was just SF investigations, I would absolutely agree with him that something is fishy, something isn't right. He's a fraud. I'm with him 100%. But I do, as much of an idiot as he is, and as much of a asshole he is, I don't doubt Gray's overlay. I don't doubt that Gray did research in that before he put it out there. So I absolutely believe that Gray did not just take SF's video. He did some research on it, and he did some looking on it, and he made a proper video. I really, truly believe that. And that is something that I can openly admit. Again, I will repeat that. If we're just talking about SF Investigates, I absolutely agree. But being that we're talking about Gray as well, no, I believe Gray. I really do. 150%. He forgets they found a car in that exact spot. That's true, too. There's a lot of things he forgot. Couldn't the way the lights flare make it look like they're in the water? It could, Blue Eyes, but it lines up with the phone as well. It lines up with when the phone died. Yeah, but like I said, I understand he's talking about SF Investigates, and I get that he's talking about SF Investigates, but again, SF Investigates put out a video saying it was a different time and everything. He never said it was Kiely's car. He actually said the opposite. The only one that said it was Kiely's car was Gray. And that's why I assumed he was talking about Gray. But it's pretty interesting. You can actually see her car going over that bump. Only on the overlay, though, not on the original. But, I mean, I'm glad I watched it, but I just think he's forgotten a couple things. SF lied and stuff, or you missed it. No, I get that. I know he did. But like I said, if we're just talking about SF, yeah, I believe this guy. I believe that this guy's crazy. Like, SF's crazy. He's a liar. He's a fraud. I get all that. But Gray's not. And Gray's not going to manipulate anything. And Gray didn't use SF's video. Gray did his own research and found his own video and then did the overlay. He didn't do anything from SF Investigates. That's what I'm saying. If he would have just taken SF's video, that's one thing. I agree with that, D Bailey. Don't know. So, yes, I heard that too, that it was first leaked on Reddit. I always forget about Reddit, honestly. A New York retired cop said it's a real forest fire. It is a real forest fire video. Thank you, Dark Angel.
I think we got a super chat. I think we got a super chat.
All right. So we can talk more about this when I open up panel, because I'm already way, way, way over. I want it to be done already, but I promised you guys. So, all right. We'll come back to this. We were lucky that the camera went that day. Usually, I agree with that too. All right. Did you guys, let's move on to the, yes, it's Jeff. Trying to find out if previously planned, are you having Truckee Girl on live? No. The self-recorded videos. Oh, I forgot about that. She never contacted me. Gray would not purposely manipulate. No, he wouldn't. I also believe you cannot perfectly match up. Oh, yes, you can, Dre. If you know what you're doing, you can. Like, could I definitely guarantee I can do a perfect overlay? No. Do I believe Gray can? Yes. Bonnie, you have to be. I mean, that's just me. That's part of who I am. And I know that I'm a rarity, that most people, if you're mad at someone, you're going to bash them and be an asshole. But that's just not me. That's why I said I still think he's an asshole. But, I mean, I'm not going to take away what he does good. Hey, stay at home. All right. If someone else could have had her phone on the water's edge. It's possible. I'm not ruling out anything, but I can honestly say that she went in the water on her own. I mean, not on her own, but she was in the water. That's all. Purpose fair, if nothing. What do you mean, if nothing else? All right. So I want to move on, though. We can come back to this, but I definitely want to move on. Did you guys know that the babysitter in the babysitter has a history of domestic violence? I know I'm a rarity. Believe me, Dre. I know it. So the babysitter in Quinton Simon case came out and said that she's never been in trouble, that she never had any issues. And then it turns out that she actually has a long history of domestic violence, which is pretty messed up. So she's not as innocent as she's making herself out to be. The mom, as we know, has a long history. But one thing I did not know that I learned tonight, and I have some of the paperwork. Hold on. I don't think the babysitter did anything either, but why lie? Why lie? So I came across this today, but I only have the first page. I don't know where the rest is. So default order for paternity and child support. The above and foregoing action. Now, mind you, this was filed on the 5th of October. The baby went missing right after this, or maybe same day. The above and foregoing action having come before the court on the 21st of September 2022 and Leilani Simon, defendant, having been lawfully served and having not appeared, and the court have reviewed the pleadings. Defendant shall notify the IVD agency, the Georgia Department of Human Services, Division of Child Support Services, within 7 days of any change of address, change of employment, receipt of unemployment or workers' compensation payments, and receipt of any income from any source, including but not limited to personal injury and other lawsuit proceeds, severance pay, retirement, pension payments, lottery, or other winnings. Defendant is notified that DCSS will collect support in any arrears or fees owed by and any lawful means, including administrative remedies, including but not limited to suspension of any and all licenses issued by the state and held by the defendant, including driver's license seizure, any and all financial assets held by various sources, insurance of income deduction orders for collection of any amounts owed to the child or children of the state of Georgia. seizure of state or federal income tax refunds. All payments received will be applied to any current support obligations, then to all other amounts owed by the defendant and collected by DCSS in such manner as set forth by the Code of Federal Regulations and is deemed appropriate by DCSS. Any amount owed that is not either current support or a cost assessed for the processing of a payment shall be deemed to be in arrears. If the defendant owes any arrears at the time current support ends for a child or children by either emancipation or custody change, then the total amount of deduction listed in the income deduction order shall continue unreduced until all arrears are paid in full. Defendant shall pay any applicable family support registry fee for each payment pursuant to OCGA, as well as any other fees owed to the state by IDO, including but not limited to those fees due under Georgia law or applicable DHS rules and regulations pursuant to Rule 290-7105. Who's in the kitchen? Me. Oh. Defendant shall pay. This order is subject to the right to request in writing a review and modification by complicating an application for review and modification through the local child support office, subject to the terms once every 36 months, or if less than 36 months, providing proof of a substantial change in circumstance as required by the statute. Defendant is notified withstanding any provision in this order pertaining to the payment or collection of arrears. Plaintiff retains the right under law to intercept defendant's state, and that's all I got. That's all I could find. I haven't found anybody else, but I haven't found the other pages of it. But I was able to find that. Basically, just saying that on September 21st, Leilani, whatever, had to pay child support to her mom for custody of her child. Hey, Dylan. Getting off. Good night and have a great discussion. Thanks, Dylan. So, pretty wild. Actually, Dylan, don't leave. Because I want to know what you thought of that dude's map. And I want to know what you thought of what he was saying. So don't leave yet. The grandmother's criminal rap sheet includes lots of stuff. It includes prostitution. It includes a whole bunch of stuff. I was trying to find it and I could not find it. I've looked everywhere. I haven't looked on Georgia site yet, but if someone has it and you want to send it to me, it would be great. No, this is an order of child support. But the point is, Leilani was ordered to pay child support within 2 weeks before her child went missing. That's pretty coincidental? I don't know about that. That's a little more than coincidence. Because a lot of guys will kill a lot of men will kill their child to not pay child support. So I'm wondering if, honestly, I think it just makes her more guilty. What did that happen? Allegedly, Leilani passed a lie detector. Allegedly. We know that Bubba Moss is Quentin's father, and Cody Wharton is Zane's father. Yeah, this family has big issues. Yeah, Diane has gone to prison for domestic battery. Diane is the babysitter. So the mom said she didn't want any money. Well, let me explain how child support works. child support doesn't actually have to, that was a child support order. Child support doesn't actually have to do with one parent wanting it. The state makes money, and if she's on any kind of state help, they will automatically go through child support, because child support gets money each time someone needs, who owes money. Even temporary custody, she was ordered to pay child support. She was the only one who knew not to show up to babysit, then the baby goes missing. Yeah. And that was another debate. Was it Leilani that called, or was it him that called? The babysitter originally said that it was Leilani that called, where in later interviews they said that no, it was the that it was the boyfriend that called. So it just doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't add up. Yeah, I learned that from my own case. My girlfriend worked at child support, and she explained it to me. That's how I know. Yeah, it was Danny, the boyfriend, but she originally said Leilani had called. Yeah, Iowa charges $25 a year, but they make money. They want you to pay child support. They have to have a certain amount of cases. Like, it's how they pay their bills, which I don't really understand, but I guess the state pays them for as many child support cases that go through them. That's why they want you to go through child support. The state was paying for, no. Oh, the state was paying for babysitting? Is that why she only gave her like $30? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I know it was Danny that called. In text, you have to file child support or receive government benefit. That's what I'm saying. If you're on any type of government benefit, then child support is going to automatically start working. And it also depends what kind of benefits you're getting. I don't know if they do it for all. I know if you're on actual welfare, they do it automatically. But in a way, it's good, because if someone's not paying you, they will take them to court. Actions filed on behalf of grandma. Correct. Grandma didn't have to do anything. It's automatic. It doesn't even matter how much grandma makes. It's automatically done by the state. Tell Rip people should just financially. I agree with that, Callie. I totally agree with that. Medicaid, WIC. Medicaid's really hard to get in most states now. It really is. But anything that the state is paying for, I don't know about WIC, because WIC's a different program. I know, right, D? All right, so I'm going to open up panel. Hold on. I don't even have YouTube open. I've been reading everything from here. TANF, yeah, I think that's what Iowa is too. SNAP, TANF, something like that. Parent goes to the state to get aid. The non-present parent would be held accountable for it. Also, state gets a portion. Does it, Fly Eagles? I didn't go through Alabama. Florida's horrible too. Babysat grandkids, and I was reimbursed. Yeah, if they get reimbursement. Some, like, is it Alabama? Some states don't have reimbursement. Like Iowa did, thank God. But Florida doesn't. Florida, I didn't get anything. TANF, SNAP, Medicaid. Yeah, but you only get it if you make under a certain amount from the state. And some state, like Wisconsin, they don't have they don't pay your daycare at all. At all. Oh. All right. Hold on, I gotta switch to my account. You guys just saw my troll name. Hey, why did my troll name show up? That's weird. Do you guys see candles and crystals anywhere? I can't see it. That's so weird. I wonder why it didn't show up. Maybe I have my own name blocked. Yeah, that's whacked. Yeah, I don't see it either. I posted. Maybe I'm blocked. All right, I just pinned it. My CPS cases, if relative had child in their custody, the county could try to recoup money from parent depending if they were receiving aid. Belinda, I don't know either. Maybe it's being held for review. How would I find out? Maybe Quentin accidentally got into someone's stash. Yeah, no, under Perplexed, it's showing. Here, I'll show you. I'll do it again. Let me switch names. There I am. Now I see it. Do you guys see candles and crystals now? Let me switch back. Yeah, now I see it. I'm going to make me a mod. I just made myself a mod. All right. But no wrench. I did give myself a wrench. All right. All right. So I posted the link. You can come up and discuss anything you want to discuss. Yeah, I did write you. And then I made myself a wrench. Now I'll go back to it. There you go. Now I'm a wrench. Hey, Christy. Yo. I give myself a super chat? No. All right. So the link is pinned. I'm giving you guys a couple moments. Let me switch back. Hey, Brian. I don't agree with that video. I think that video is wrong. And I think he's forgetting a couple of things. That's my take on it. What kind of phone did you get? Hey, Regina.
Hey, Perplex, how you not?
Good. How are you?
Oh, every day the Lord lets me live is amazing. What are you talking about?
I hear you.
So I just want to say, first of all, I don't think people can really take the time to appreciate what you girls go through behind the scenes with other creators and stuff. And you know, women are still, they're, as much as I hate to say it, they're the S word utilized still.
Yeah.
I mean, and y'all shouldn't have to go through that. And it's still pretty, you know, it's a sexist subject still. And I think that if, like you and Zav and certain other producers are producing stuff out there, that you're comparing the facts, you're taking notes, and you're honestly leaving the opinion up to the audience. Mm-hmm. I don't think y'all are doing anything wrong, and I don't think y'all should be criticized nor harassed for that.
Thank you. And I agree.
Okay. Second of all, I have something that has like stood out to me, just completely stood out to me. Oh, by the way, do you know who Robert Eugene Brashears is?
Do I know who?
Yes. Robert Eugene Brashears, the serial killer.
No.
Google him. I grew up with his daughter. We are still close friends to this very day. I had an experience with that man. I went to go spend the night with my best friend, and I had an experience with that man that scared me to my core. I got up, went and got the phone, and called my parents to come get me.
Wow.
In my heart, I knew that man was evil. So whenever everything came out, and I knew first because I am still, very close to his daughter, I knew firsthand things that happened, partly because I was there and partly because of what she told me, about the situation and stuff.
Wow.
And hopefully, I'll get back to you on it first, but we're waiting on some DNA results to come back. We might have actually, I love true crime. I'm a sleuth, and we may have actually solved another homicide of his out of Louisiana. And I'm just going to leave it at that.
All right, let me know.
It's a very old case. But I noticed something, and I just think it needs pointed out there. This Check It TV guy, and I'm not talking bad about him. It ain't like that. I'm not going to sit here and dog on anybody. This just jumped out to me. I don't know him. I don't know all the other stuff that's going on about him. But you know how the people that searched for Kiely Rodni, you know how they GPS tracked their phones for their search route and everything where they covered? Compare that video or compare that GPS map, where he went exactly, and then go back and watch the fire tower video and compare his path to where every headlight was down on that beach that night on the 15th, before Kyle, not the 5th, maybe it was the 15th. I don't remember the exact day, but his map overlay is exactly where every set of headlights was before they found Kiely Rodni on that beach. It's uncanny.
On Check It TV's map?
Yes, he had to register, Juan is his name. He had to register with the search team. They GPS track people over their search area. So it's public knowledge. Well, I can't. My husband's on the computer. I'm using my phone and watching you on Roku, girl.
Where would I find Check It's map?
Google Check It TV search map. He posted it to his own page. One did. And then watch the tower videos headlight. It's like, in my opinion, like I'm sitting here thinking, wait a minute. That is so messed up because it looks like he went straight to where the vehicle that was to the left of Kiely Rodni's down there on the beach was first. And then he went straight up to the point where Kiely Rodni's car is that day. And then went right back. I mean, he searched like it's uncanny. And if you compare the headlights video to where he searched, it adds up to the vehicle that was down on the beach to the left and where Kylie's Rodni car, where her car went in the water.
Yeah, I don't see his map. I'm looking on his channel. But I will say that he made a video a day ago that said I was notified by friends that KR was found by AWP. What? A day ago?
Well,
Is that
who?
Check It.
No.
He made a video yesterday, one day ago, that said I was notified by friends that KR was found by AWP. One day ago. I'll show you.
Okay.
So you guys don't think I'm crazy. Right here. One day ago. But I don't see anything about his timeline.
It was posted on August, like right after the August the 15th, or right on August the 15th. Because he went and did that whole search for Kiely Rodni, and then he went back and he found the laptop and everything and all that.
Does it show a search? Is it titled search map?
It's searching for Kiely Rodni, I do believe, where he went and actually searched for her, like right before AWP found her.
This was August 19th.
Okay, it was before that one.
Well, this title is searching for Kiely Rodni.
Okay, it might have his GPS outline on it. But he showed his GPS search map.
It was after she found and went to make video of the plays. Zap did it as an overlay.
Right, but he did it before that. He was a search party member for Kiely Rodni. Before she was found.
Which would have been the 15th. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not worried about it.
I'll find the link and send it to you.
I can't.
I'll find the link.
I literally can't stand the guy. Hey, Kim.
Yeah, me either. Me either. Like just like I seen a little snippet of him that was done, and I was like, this dude's like, something's wrong with him. Not in a good way. You just get that vibe from people.
Who is JP's Mysteries and Adventures? Who's that?
I think he's another creator. I don't know what specifically he creates.
Because his community posted, JP Mysteries and Adventures, thank you for looking for Jolissa Fuentes. Boots on the ground. AWP already searched the waters.
Yeah, they did. Oh, that's who he is. He's another group like Adventures with Purpose. He's another solo person that does the same thing as Adventures with Purpose.
Okay, so
That's exactly who that is.
Check TV all said, I'm releasing old videos. I'm no longer looking for anything. Really? Oh, I thought he meant personally. Like he already got things he needed. I don't see it on the community page. News update. KR videos and all future videos will be demonetized, and we will only operate on supporters like you. Okay.
So perplexed after watching the overlaid headline videos. What I mean, and that's something else that was bothering me a while ago. The video we were watching, that guy totally had SF Investigates confused with Gray Hughes Investigates.
Wait, what was that?
Earlier, the video you showed where the guy was saying, oh, look, this is how this was faked.
Yeah.
He was mistaking Gray Hughes Investigates for SF Investigations.
I agree with that.
So as far as I'm concerned, whenever I realized that in the video, that kind of just spoke for the video entirety.
No, I agree with that. And by the way, 1 month ago, he had 2,000 subscribers. He's now at 15,000. Unbelievable.
Wow.
Oh, search and rescue map. Zone that Kiely Rodni was seen. Yeah, this doesn't show anything.
Yes, that's what I was trying to tell you. Whenever you register as a search volunteer, they GPS map your search area that you cover. Like, literally. And that's what, like, I seen it. I'm going to have to go through my files to find it, but I seen it. And then I watched the fire tower video and was like, it came right back to me. I was like, holy, because the cars that were down on the left whenever she went in the water and stuff, like down, it looked like a little distance from the beach. One, his public search map is just exactly where the headlights were down on the left and where Kiely Rodni went in the water on like the day of or the day before Adventures with Purpose found her.
It was all an American Cartel last night show. Yeah, I'm honestly, it's not that big of a deal to me. Like, I just started looking through his stuff, but it's really not that big of a deal.
You don't think so?
No. Just because they mapped out, I mean, everyone knew basically where she was going to be anyway. So
okay, but
it just doesn't seem to be a big, unless I'm missing something, but it just doesn't seem to be a big deal.
Google him being in Truckee on August the 5th.
Who?
One.
Check a TV?
Yes, ma'am.
Why does that matter? He lives there.
Right. And there are people saying that he was at the party.
Okay.
So before she was found, he goes and registers as a searcher and goes to 2 places that would have no other bearing except for the fact that if you watch the fire tower video, he went exactly to where the headlights were from the cars in that video, and that's all he went to.
Yeah, but he only, no, I disagree. He only went to that area because that's where her car was found. They backtracked where her car was found to the search area.
Okay, but he did circles and stuff around on the beach, the search area, exactly where the headlights were on the left and where Kylie's right. Just look at the map. Look at his search map.
Because that's the road that it goes down.
Yeah, but look where he hovered. Look where he did all the circling and stuff, and then would walk a straight line up and then come back to that same spot and hover again and then go on.
Because that's
like
where
only those 2 spots.
If you backtrack her car, it covers the exact same area.
Right.
I agree. Why wouldn't he have cashed in on the reward? She's saying he went before she was found.
Yes, before she was found, he went and searched. And his search map, GPS map, is exactly him walking where the headlights were located on the left of the shore and where Kiely Rodni went in the water. It is unbelievably, like, it leapt out at me like someone had just punched me in the face.
Think about it critically for once. If someone was going to do something like cover up a murder, why would they log into an app that tracks their movements? That's very true.
Because if he looks like he's involved trying to find her, he's got good reason to be in those areas, don't he?
Nah, he's too, no offense, but he's too fucking stupid to pull it off. He just is. And that,
I don't know. I thought my ex-husband was stupid too, but that man played me like a fiddle.
I just think he's too fucking stupid. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just coincidence because if everyone thought she was in the water, so you're gonna backtrack it, and the search area is gonna be in that area. Like, I don't know. I just don't see.
Right. But you're going to walk in a search area and maybe look for tire tracks or something like that. But if you go look where he hovered during his search, like the area, you know what? It may be that he's seen tire tracks because there were vehicles there. I didn't even consider that. He went to where the tire tracks were because that's exactly where the headlights were from the fire tower.
There you go.
That's all I'm saying. He was on to something, but I still don't like the guy. I just don't like his vibe.
I just think he's too dumb.
I don't enjoy his vibe.
Thank you, Kim.
But yeah, his search video, he was on to something. Dang.
All right. I think we got a super chat.
Thank you, Kim.
All right.
Let's not use the word hover incorrectly. Nobody was floating above the ground on a cushion of air. What about on a cloud? Maybe they were floating on a cloud.
Yeah.
I agree with you. They could be floating.
Anyways, I just look. I know that her car went in the water. We all know that video is her car going in the water, you guys. There's no denying that. But at the same time, that video does not say it was foul play or it was not foul play. It just says her car went in the water at a slow speed. I'm still team foul play. It's all suspicious to me. But whenever they prove otherwise, I'll come out and say, I was wrong.
Yeah, I can't get on this theory that Check It TV is involved in a murder or it saw it. I just can't.
I think he had information that was given to him somehow by, I just think he was given information that like other people weren't given. I think either he knew about the tower video and that's how he knew to go exactly where those two main parts were.
That's possible.
And search those two areas.
That's possible. I could go with that maybe he knew about the video. I can buy that. But as far as him being involved in a murder, nah, I can't with that.
Like there's if you watch, you'll see what I'm if you look at his search map, you'll see what I'm saying. And then watch the tower video, it's like he went to the, Prosser family campgrounds and he looked, or the what do they call it, the sanctuary area and all that. He went and searched all that. But then where he went was exactly where, like, he made a beeline and then went and made another beeline. And I don't know if he was following tracks or what, but I'm telling you, he just made a beeline for those two areas and hovered in them. It's uncanny. Just compare the two.
Yeah, I can, Dre. Hold on, I gotta come over here. Whoop. And by the way, I didn't realize Kim's was a super sticker. So, woo woo! Anybody want to jump on that super sticker train? All aboard! Toot toot! There you go. Let me get to my video.
So, do you know who Jenny Zutricki was?
Who?
Jenny Zutricki, the cold case file. The girl that was murdered in Georgia in her bathtub. And dude wrote, "Don't F with my family" on the mirror and all that stuff.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Well, that was like, I think she was murdered in 1980, if I'm not mistaken.
Poll. I was like, what am I doing here? All right.
That was one of Brashear's victims. Like the only time that man wasn't murdering people, he was in prison.
I'm going to do 2 polls.
So what do y'all think's going on with this whole Jagger AWP thing? I mean, we know Jagger's already been cleared, and I never thought that poor boy did anything. I think he's just dealing with stuff. But what do y'all think about all this like going on between him and AWP? It makes no sense.
I don't know what's going on between them.
He posted again very recently, within the past, I think, 2 days, about them being clout chasers again.
Well, they are in a way. I said that from the beginning. All right, poll number 1. That's poll number 1. What's up, Lindsay? Lindsay, are you gonna porn me or what?
Hey, no.
So,
Okay, I was listening to the beginning of your live from a while ago, like an hour ago, right? And you were talking about somebody that was mentioning or didn't mention Zav, but you were going on about it, right? Don't you think that that could be because that same person entertained panels of them being involved?
But either way, she never said that he was, just because she put it out there that, okay, maybe she stuck up for him a lot, more than you give her credit for. She stuck up for him a lot. She said, look, I know him. I don't see him doing this, but, you know, okay, I see your point, or okay, maybe.
Okay.
So, but she always said that she stuck, that, you know, she knows him and that she would never do that. That it just doesn't seem possible. She didn't bash him. She didn't say anything like, oh, and hopefully another creator won't do that. She did not do that at all.
You're right, Perplex. I watched that on live stream myself. She did not attack him in any shape, form, or fashion.
Never.
Not once. Not once.
Well, that's the thing. She skates by with letting other people do it on her panel. So my point is, like, I think it's disingenuous for you to say, well, she would never do this to this creator or this or whatever, because it's like, I mean, my God, like, if you allow that to happen on your platform, like, it, you know what I mean? Like, both can't be true.
You can't control every troll that ends up on your platform.
Well, that's not what I'm getting at, though. It wasn't like one troll comment. This was like panels for days. So, like, I hear that you guys are saying that maybe she said this one comment, and maybe that's true, but come on. Are you for real?
But
like, she did this for streams and streams. Like, you don't have them in a thumbnail. You don't have a picture of another creator in your thumbnail and then get to the, well, I didn't say anything about him. Like, that's not a thing.
But
I don't think she attacked him in any way. I think what she did was investigated what other people put forward.
Exactly.
Like, I didn't hear her at any time bash him.
Okay. So what's your name?
Regina.
I totally like respect your opinion, but I mainly was bringing this up to Laura just because I had just heard her say this. So I get what you're saying, and like, I'm not saying be quiet at all.
I got you.
I was just saying, like, yeah, Laura, what the fuck? Why are you saying all that?
What do you mean?
What do you mean, what do I mean?
I never gave a name.
Neither did I. But it's pretty freaking obvious, and you went on for a while, and I'm just wondering, like, how you can actually say those things and, like, mean them, because they're not true.
What did I say?
I've never did anything to deserve this, and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, really?
That's not what I said. Go back and listen to what I said.
I actually just listened to it, so don't you think I'd remember?
But I never said that Zav doesn't deserve that. I may have read that, but I never said Zav doesn't deserve that. I said that no creator deserves
that.
to have a creator with 100,000 over 100,000 subs turn around and be like, well, you know, we're not going to put somebody on this and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, putting up minors and yada. You just don't do that. It's
Well, don't you think that you don't
do
put
it.
creators' images in your own thumbnails and say that maybe they're involved in a crime?
She did not do that.
Yes, she did.
No.
I haven't seen Zav personally attack any other creator or call them sus. I mean, if evidence is out there and you're a true crime creator, if you don't post everything that you investigate and look into, then I don't think you're a very good true crime creator. That's why
is right.
I respect
humor silly theories in order to disprove them. Talking about what I said earlier. If you weren't here earlier, then you missed it. Yes, D. Talking about me sticking up for Zab Girl against someone that was bashing her today for no reason.
But they didn't say her name, right?
No, I never said her name.
But she said his name a bunch of times, right?
I don't know. I didn't watch.
Being involved in a crime and used his face on thumbnails. Like, look, I'm not saying what's right is right, but like, you can't even make that argument of like, it's out of totally nowhere. Like, come on.
I just thought it was fucked up what he did today. The shit that stuff was done and over with. There are two creators dragging other creators for clicks, and Zab isn't one of them. Who you
today?
Mean?
Okay, can I say something? I think anytime you gather content and put it out there, I think that you are investigating something just like everyone else. And if you don't put all your content out there, you're not doing a very good job at it, first of all. But second of all, if you're a creator creating content about true crime and you get mad because someone else mentions your content on true crime, that's kind of like, you know, a pot calling a kettle black to begin with, first of all. And second of all, you're putting yourself into that crime whenever you investigate that crime and put your content out there.
I see what you mean, but I don't think that's exactly what happened. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like,
how can that girl put content out there if it wasn't published out there?
Regina, hold on. But Lindsay, she couldn't have I'm not either one of them, upside down. She couldn't have disproved it if she hadn't have put it out there, because it was a very hot topic for a minute.
But she wasn't ever trying to disprove it, though. Let's be real here.
Always stuck up for Ichtmel.
What?
She always stuck up for Ichtmel.
She would say, I mean, I think he's a nice guy, but I don't know. And then would continue to like, so all I'm saying is like, you know how you would feel if that happened to you. So it's a little disingenuous to say like, well, where could that be coming from? It's so disappointing he did that when it's like, well, she actually did say his name and did have his face on there. Like,
but that's not his character. I've never seen that before.
Is it in her character to go after other creators and say that they might be a PEDO and involved in like killing somebody? Really?
So he's gonna bring it up a month later?
I mean, I've definitely brought up shit that I've been pissed off about that affected me like in a really negative way after the fact. Sure. I don't know who hasn't.
Okay, but here's what blows my mind about it. Why in the hell is he going after Zav Girl instead of Rhino Church? If he's
mean,
if
I
he's
think
trying to
that
be, if he has any reason to go after anybody,
I don't think
and
he
I
was
like
actually
Ryan
going
Upchurch.
after her,
I like
though.
Ryan Upchurch. I think he's hilarious.
I
But
don't think he was going after her ever. I think, like,
oh
yeah,
no
he
no
said
no
a
no
few
no
comments.
no! This all started from Ryan Upchurch doing the
Right,
whole against Icked Mill thing.
right,
Zav only brought Upchurch on to the panel.
right.
And
But
I
your
mean, this stuff
question
was out there
was
for everybody. I mean, come on. It was
right, but
hilarious when
but
Ryan.
your question was, well, why isn't he attacking Ryan? And I said, I don't think he attacked Zav. I think that,
You
like,
don't think he attacked Zav today?
I
you
can't
don't.
agree with that.
I don't think he didn't say her name.
I didn't say his name either, but here you are defending him. And now I did say
Oh, really?
because no, I'm just
Like,
saying
you
no.
didn't even say it a million times, like, or not you a million times. The chat didn't say it, and you pretty much said, yeah, it is,
And
essentially.
you don't think that everybody has talked about Zav showing minors? Everyone knew who he was talking about. Anyone following this case knew who he was talking about.
So you think it's cool to talk about minors and go through their personal lives online?
It's not my platform. Whatever she wants to do with her channel is on her.
I know, but just
And
as
you
a
have to think
question.
about
Not my problem, Lindsay.
But just as a question, I'm asking you, like, what do you think about it? Would you do it?
Have you seen me do it?
I'm asking if you're cool with it, or do you like it?
Me do it. There's your answer. Have you?
Yeah, actually, I have.
Who?
May I?
Anime's niece.
Yeah, I did that once. And
That's my whole question was I was asking you, and you asked if I'd seen you do it.
I did because I was showing a picture.
Okay.
May I please
My whole
interrupt
question
here?
was. My whole question was, are you cool with that? Is that something you like?
I'm not answering that.
People are like, why doesn't she ask Zav? Well, I'm not asking her because I'm asking Laura because I felt like you were being disingenuous earlier in your stream when you were like, I can't believe that he said that. I can't believe that at all.
Okay, may I
Nothing to
please
deserve
interrupt
this.
here? I'd like to interrupt only because I myself in this chat tonight stated Icked Mel's name. I said myself that I know him personally and that I consider him to be a quote unquote gentle soul, and that I myself was surprised that he would lash out at other people because he's not that kind of person. And I stated maybe he's under a lot of stress. So number one, I'm defending Laura here because I am the person that invoked Icked Mel's name, not to disparage or berate him, but actually to say I agreed with Laura. I was surprised because I know Icked Mel as a in-person friend, and he is a gentle soul. So I don't believe that the spirit of which Laura was speaking about Icked Mel, and she never invoked his name tonight, was to say he was an awful person. It was, from what I understood Laura to be saying, is that she was stunned because it was quite completely out of character for Icked Mel, the gentle soul that all of us know him to be, would lash out. I think that is as far as. Tell me if I'm wrong, Laura, but I don't think you were being.
Oh, you're right.
You were being mean. It was more that you found it troubling.
I was shocked.
As far as Zav Girl, I also know her quite well. I think that Lindsay is correct in the sense that because also Zav Girl is a gentle spirit, I believe sometimes she allows people up on her panel to hijack her panel, and she just sort of sits there. And maybe if she were more assertive, she would have them back off and back down and get off for whatever reason. But I think in the end of the day, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, I think that women creators and non-creators, I'm not a creator. I have a tiny little channel. I put like 3 things on it. but I've been on many channels before, and I'm going to tell you, it's ironic to me that how many hundreds of people have lashed out at me when I have given my opinion on live channels that have more than 100,000 subs. And I often believe it's because I am a woman, I'm a professional, and I have strong opinions. And I promise you, as my children love to say, Mom, if you were a man, nobody would be pushing you around like this. And I think that I agree with Laura. If any creator has a problem, they should go directly to another creator behind the scenes rather than to do it in public. And Ryan really is the lightning rod for Zanime issue and for Ronnie, I think it was, the whole thing. I mean, the whole thing devolved, honestly, because of Ryan. And I myself, on Allegedly Innocent, I was on her panel with Ryan about a month ago, maybe. And I, with all due respect, I said to him, you have a lot to offer, but you also have been very divisive in the way you have treated other people. And I need to let you know, this is what I said to Ryan. Kiely was a real person. She has a real family. And the things that you, Ryan, said when you went off in La La Land, in my opinion, into certain conspiracies, was just downright wrong and hurtful and offensive. And I guess what I'm trying to say, and then I'll hush, is that not that perplexed Laura is always right. Zav is certainly not always right. And neither is Ickadmel. But the three people that you're talking about tonight, honestly, just my personal opinion, are three. I can't say they're all three gentle souls because Laura is not gentle, but she's a good people soul. And I don't believe that whatever you heard Laura say tonight was done with malice. And I believe she was actually responding to what I myself, and I will take culpability for having invoked Ickadmel's name in the chat. I'm getting a little upset because I really didn't mean, maybe I should never have invoked his name, but I was merely trying to say he may be under a lot of stress with this case or whatever, because it is not part of who he is and who his fabric is to lash out. And I just hate to see us devolve at this hour. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm not trying to disrespect you, Lindsay, at all either.
I don't think that.
So that's really all I have to say. And I would heartily apologize if I created this discussion.
No, I didn't think that you did at all. I could tell like before. But the thing is, I feel like some people are held to different standards than others. Like just how you said, like, I feel like he should have done it behind the scenes. Well, was it done to him behind the scenes? No.
See, and I really can't, honestly, I can't speak to that, Lindsay, because I truly heard Zav's lives are so long that honestly, she knows this because I've told her this in person. I honestly sometimes use her lives to fall asleep because I'm an insomniac. So I don't know. Honestly, I never heard her say anything specifically targeted towards another creator. So I can't speak to that. And if she did, then she should take it behind the scenes. That's what I think.
And let me just clarify something here. All right. What's weird to me though, and I understand, Lindsay, why you popped up here to talk about it. I do. We don't need to say it, but I understand it. There's always email though. But hold on. But nobody was even talking about it or thinking about it, and it was just something that was under the rug. Like, I said what I said. Nobody questioned it. Half the people in here didn't even ask who I was talking about. Some people did, but at that time I had like 300 people. Then more people came in. But when you came up here to talk about it, there were over 450 in here. So I feel like now half the people are way confused, and now we threw out names, so now I feel like I have to explain it when nobody was even talking about it. So I don't even understand why you wanted to make it a thing. It's
I
not
didn't want to make it a thing. I can't talk in your chat because I'm blocked. So I wanted to come up on the panel. I did preface this by saying that I am behind in the stream. In the future, I will pay attention to the number of people in your chat before doing this. That was not my intention, but that's where I'm coming from. I'm not trying to bring it up. I feel like I said all this, but I have literally no way to contact you. And all I was saying is I felt like that wasn't true. I felt like that was disingenuous to say earlier. That was all.
Okay. I don't agree with you, and that's okay. We're allowed to disagree. But for Ikmel to do that a month later, 2 months later, a month, 6 weeks later, when nobody's talking about Ikmel at all, and nothing came of it. His channel grew because of what Ryan did.
No, it didn't.
Yep.
Yes, it did.
Yes, it did.
Really, how many subs?
He got a lot of subs.
Well, I can
No,
tell you
I
the
actually
amount.
think he's been
I can
stable.
tell you the amount. It's not. No, it's not. I think I would know. It hasn't.
Yes, it has.
Yes.
No, it hasn't.
Let me tell you something. I didn't even know who Ikme was until Ryan Upchurch started talking about him. Boom.
Okay, I'm just gonna say I 100% would know, and it has not. So
he was stuck at the
carry on.
120,000 range for a while.
No. He's
no.
been. I mean, I concur with Lindsay. He's been at about 138,000. I do follow the creators I love, and he's been stuck there. I just think the thing is, the bottom line is, the stress that I think certain people were put under, whether they're creators or Ronnie or whomever, whom I don't even know who he is, but if people have been either doxxed or they've been felt pressure or death threats or whatever, that stress may have happened a month or so ago. Let's just give Ikadmel an example, that there was a lot of stress because I know he went off for about like a week or so after this whole thing hit the fan. He may still be feeling the after effects of that stress. I'm not speaking for him because I haven't spoken to him in a while, but I'm just imagining. But I just think in ideal world, it'd be better for the creators just amongst themselves to hash this out. That's all.
I agree.
He could have
gone to Zav Girl, or he could have contacted Zav and spoke privately.
Yeah, but I see what you mean, but that's pretty fucking rich coming from, okay, well, everyone can say anything, but God forbid, like, he should have gone behind the scenes. Like, really?
Yeah, but that was a month ago, 6 weeks ago. She's
still talking about Kiely now.
But she's not talking about Ikmel. She's not saying anything about Ikmel.
Like I said, I can definitely understand and empathize with something bothering me that happened 6 weeks ago,
Yes.
and then bringing it up again.
I think you're right on that. But now I think that the solution going forward, and then I'm going to hush because I obviously inserted myself here probably inappropriately, but maybe Lindsay, if you know Ikadmel that well, maybe just talk with him.
And I'm not going to. It's not that. I heard Laura say this, and I'm like, Laura, like thinking in my head, like, Laura, like I feel like I thought I knew you. How are you even saying this? Like, really?
Oh, I thought I knew you too, actually, but we're not going to go there now.
All right. Anyway.
I'm just confused because I never heard Perp say anything.
This whole time I've been talking and I didn't even realize I was
About
on mute.
Ikadmel that was in a bad mannerism or false. It just blows my mind where this conversation went.
No, Lindsay came up here because I have her blocked everywhere. So she had no other choice. I get
right.
That. I wasn't going to say that, but that's why. So I don't.
Right.
That's why
But I never.
I knew.
I never heard you tagging. Like.
You know what I think this conversation really proves to me as an outsider? What this conversation shows to me is the horrific stress and trauma. I hate that word, but I will say it. That this Kiely Rodni case has placed on the true crime community, both subscribers, followers, and creators, because it is so full of convolution and tragedy.
Thank you, Andrea. I agree.
I completely agree with that too.
Okay, but then why my question is like, why are you saying like he can't have a response when like everything's coming at him and like the world, like things that were happening that like I'm not even gonna say, like, you know what I mean? Like maybe Zav should have handled it by not discussing it on her channel of another creator. I mean, why doesn't anyone say that? That was my whole like question and preface.
That was 6 weeks ago. If Iqmel is still affected 6 weeks later, that's a problem with Iqmel. I mean, I'm sorry, I forget about shit 2 days later. And we all know I get attacked left and right. And I ignore it and move on. I've been accused of heinous shit, and I give it no
two to
thought.
tango. It really does. It takes two to tango, you know, and nobody's innocent in any of this regarding the drama that comes along with it. And
Right, but you have to think, whenever any of us come on here and we say something and we put our opinions and our ideas out there, we're putting ourselves out there open to scrutiny, and if we can't handle that, then we don't need to be doing it.
Whistle down with your insight.
I just think it's redundant at this point. I mean, I think all creators, I am not specifically naming two, all creators do this, and nobody is innocent in any of it. We all have our fucking days. I mean, how much do we like, you know, one creator one day and another creator the next? You know, I don't know how many times we've got, I'll use Gray Hughes as an example, right? We've gone back and forth with Gray, right? We love him, we hate him, he's a good map guy. That's where we kind of end up, right? All creators have their thing, and I don't think any of it's deserved by anybody, but unfortunately, like Dr. Latina said, with all of the stress that's ensuing, it's there. It's there. And, you know, I love Lindsay, everybody. So, you know, I respect her opinion. And I'm glad that she could come up and just kind of express herself, and a different opinion at that. This world would be a boring place if we all agreed, you know? So, I mean, I don't think anybody's innocent at all, you know, and I mean all of us even.
I'm surprised that Zav Girl or Iqmel hasn't been attacked before. I'm doing something wrong then.
It is ironic because of all the people I have ever followed, they are the two that have always seemed immune to criticism. And I was like, wow, they're so lucky they have Teflon or something, you know, protecting them. But I bring it down to the fact that this case it's devastating, and I think it has brought a lot of strife out amongst everybody's, like you like to speak, Laura. Recently you spoke about your moral compass and everybody's ethics and their morals. Like, should parents give their kids the alcohol? Are any parents in the case culpable? Who's culpable? Who's not? Who dumped their girlfriend at a party and left her to maybe die? I mean, there's so many layers of moral and ethical questions, and all of us, I think, are either sisters, brothers, parents, or grandparents here. And it really, I can speak as a parent, it really made me sit down with my own two young, well, they're not that young, 20 and 23, and review what kind of parent have I been to them? Have I been too loose? Have I been too strict? The drinking, the driving, the this, the drugs, the blah, blah, blah. It is just awful. And I know that each of us has had to dig deeply, and I speak also of creators, through this story, because it has brought up so many, sort of moral, spiritual, and ethical questions for us. And I don't know how you, Lindsay, are gonna now get to yes on this. I don't even know who you are, but I'm so grateful that you did come up and express yourself.
I think we got a super chat. All right. I think we got a super chat.
All right. Thank you, Lone Star.
I think we.
Okay, go on. Go on.
No, that's all I really have to say. I guess I hate to see, what I've enjoyed for the past couple of hours, regardless of all the issues that have been brought up. I don't want your episode, so to speak, Laura, to devolve into, an argument, or I don't know. But I'm always the person that's the peacemaker, and I can't make peace over this. So I guess I'm going to just maybe hop off and go back into chat and just say,
Valentina.
Just say that
I
I'm
think
sorry.
you've got great insight. I think
No, but I'm sorry that I brought his name up, but it was really done in the spirit of saying that he must be under tremendous stress. He is a gentle soul. And likewise, Zav Girl is about to celebrate her 6th anniversary of sobriety. And I worry about her because, this has been a stressful journey of this Kiely Rodni. And, Laura is working like a freaking dog to be recognized for all the wonderful, content and intelligence and grit that, she's a force of nature, really. And she's finally getting recognized with her numbers going up. And I just don't want all of this to hit the fan, so to speak. That's all.
Thank you. Glad someone recognizes me. Dark Angel, thank you.
All right. I think we got a super chat. All right. I think we got a super chat.
Hey, everyone keeps talking about Ryan's new song. Built Like That?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll make another clip.
Yes, please.
I like that one. It's got a good beat, though.
I know. I can tell you this case. I have never lost so much sleep just by.
You not follow what?
Well, of course, that's obviously where I started, right? But I have never lost so much sleep during this. It was like literally one breaking thing after the next for 24 hours. It felt like all day. I was like, oh, I can't. I had to step back for a second. And, even that stress, had I not stepped back, I could just see myself in some of these streams, getting frustrated, and we all kind of do it. I realized that during this Kiely Rodni case, this is kind of like the first case that I'm not sure, because I started with Chris Watts, but that we started to suspect people that were in our community. Am I right or wrong? Like, Check It TV was a suspect at one point. Everybody that came in that was new was a suspect in our minds. And I don't know how we logically got there, other than this being so stressful.
I agree.
Okay, before I leave, I'm just going to say, Whistledown, I love you so much. And Clarissa, I would say hi to you in the chat, but I'm blocked for no reason. Yeah. So anyways, that was just my thing. Laura, I thought you were being disingenuous, and I thought I knew you. So I was wondering why that was, but That's about all I have to say. Bye.
Thanks for coming up.
Amanda T. Whistle Down just said she was. I'd love to know where I said that, and if you could provide a message, a clip, anything that said I was going to back away from Laura. Anything. I'd appreciate that.
There you go. Capone just dropped it. Always drop candle link. Candles. You can never go wrong with candles. Now, I speak to Whistle Down outside of YouTube.
It was on Carla's.
What?
She said, Amanda T said it was on Carla's.
Carla's? When was that?
Exactly.
That was a long time ago.
And I don't even think we were even friends really then.
No,
we weren't enemies, but we weren't friends either.
Oh no, we were enemies.
Were we really?
Video after video.
See, no, I was I was making videos of Molly, but not you.
No, you making videos of both. Dude, this Molly stuff, holy shit.
I can't.
Did you hear who the scoop is?
I just heard in chat today, when I was in chat, is it Dumpy Dump?
Yep.
Is it Dumpy Dump?
Yep.
My mind is blown. It's all over the place right now.
Mine too. First thing I did was I called Tiffany. Did you know? She's like, I just heard. I was like, what are we doing? My God.
Trust me, I haven't been in Carla's in about 2 years, Amanda, honey.
I'm staying far away from all of it.
Yeah, same
here. Far away. I wish they would leave my fucking name out of all their mouths, but they can't do that.
I actually.
You know how many clip channels clip that me and Gray had a fight?
No, I didn't see that either.
Then you have the idiots in the drama community who someone showed me made a title that said, and Perplexed has another falling out. Bitch, I am not that important. Why is every single thing I do, you have to make a video about? It's fucking weird. Nobody talks about you. Nobody mentions you. Leave my fucking name out of your mouth. Nobody had a falling out. Gray pissed me off, and I got mad at him. That's it. It's not big news. We'll talk again in the future. I promise. Yeah. It's so fucked up. I know, Amanda. Welcome, Lone Star. I'll give you a special Lone Star.
I think we got a super chat. I think we got a super chat.
Crazy. Yeah, no, Amanda, that was a long time ago.
In all honesty, Amanda, that's where I kind of started. I met Carla and I started there, but I wanted to get away from the drama and get into more true crime.
And Kimberly, I've been talking about cases for the last 2 hours. I was actually about to shut down before all that happened. Yeah, I'll talk to Gray again. It's not like lost him, we'll fight for life. I just think he's an asshole right now.
Yeah. Things like that come and go. It doesn't make or break people. I can say that. I mean, there are a couple of things that hit hard with Molly and, Tennessee, that stuff kind of hits hard. And I don't think anybody can really come back from that,
You guys don't know what's going on with MGL? Oof. MGL is fighting with this Michelle girl, and now we find out that the scoop is one of MGL's childhood friends, and I don't know. It's just crazy. Molly's just fighting left and right with this Michelle Zabata girl or something.
I can't understand her when she talks. I don't want to sound rude, but
they're both white.
Yeah, I can't. And they just both yell at each other. I can't. It's too much for me.
Making a clip of nothing. It was over-exaggerated by irresponsible imagination of people who can't follow the steps of the discussion you and Gray mistook but didn't fight. Thank you, Zoot. Thank you. I wish I could highlight that 100 times over. That is 100% correct. I don't need the potheads. I don't like Molly or Michelle. I'm the female version of Slim Shady. No, I'm not shady at all.
Mm-mm. I don't know. My God, how many times have you called me out?
Hell, people have me like confused. People like they really do have me confused.
Mm-mm.
You're welcome, Kim. And that's my whole thing. I hold nothing back.
No, you don't. That's one of the things I appreciate about you is you don't. I love it, actually.
Gets me in trouble.
No, I think it's definitely something that's not. It's few and far between these days. You can't find real people anymore.
That's what I was trying to tell you earlier, Plex, in chat, was that I totally admire how straightforward you are uninhibitedly about it.
You have to be there.
Yeah.
Oh, that sound. Your sound is messed up. And Rhonda's right. Oh, Rhonda's right though. I gave credit. I still think he's an asshole, but I gave him credit.
Yeah, you did.
And a lot of people won't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Satan's Day went great. And I don't understand why a lot of people won't do that. Like, give credit where credit is due. Yeah, Dumpy Dump is the channel, The Scoop. That's Dumpy Dump.
Mind blown, Danielle.
Mind blown is right. Oh, it's a compliment, Lone Star? I thought it was an insult. Yeah, all they did was disagree, not a huge fight. That's what I'm saying. A bunch of clip channels clipped it. And I just don't even understand. Keeping it real is not drama. I agree with that. Upside down, when I'm wrong, I'm the first one to say it. When I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And believe me, I'm wrong a lot, but I'm also right a lot. And I don't get credit for it. All right. People want to know about the poll. Good night, hon. Yeah, I'm going to take everyone off panel because I am going to finish up.
And I think I voted for number 2. He's too dumb.
I agree with that. I'm actually surprised at the poll. I am. I'm surprised at the poll. That I'm going to talk about it. But thank you both for coming up. I appreciate it. And Whistle Down, I will talk to you mañana. And Regina, thank you for coming up.
It's a pleasure, Plex. Stay you, girl. You are awesome.
Always. Always. Bye. Trauma bonding? Nah. Someone once accused us of that, by the way. We sat back and laughed at it. So let me tell you guys the poll. So the poll was, do you believe Checker TV is involved in this? Juan is involved somehow, got 28%. Juan is too stupid to be involved, got 38%. Who cares, got 34%. So interesting results. I'm very surprised that 28% think that he's involved. But more people hit, who cares? Crazy. Crazy, crazy. I don't think Juan's involved. I really don't. There's nothing about Juan that makes me think he's involved. I'm with choice 2. He's too stupid. I mean, is it possible he is? I'm not going to rule it out. I have no idea. But using logic, I don't think so. Just using basic logic, I don't think so. Well, so I also want to tell you, I did leave a message. I got a lot of compliments on Ty the other night from last week. So I did leave a message under his latest video to come back because he's gotten such positive reviews for my channel. So if you haven't checked that video out, you definitely want to check it out. That was the Kurt's after party the second half. You think Juana's involved? I don't think so. Ty, the Renaissance man guy. Ty was great. I did. I left him a message to come back. Zav overlay of the time he got stuck. Thank you, Fly Eagles. You're the caboose. Everybody all aboard. Woo woo.
All right. I think we got a super chat. All right. I think we got a super chat. I think we got a super chat.
All aboard. Woo woo. He is fantastic. That's what I'm saying. I left him a message to come back. Hold on, what?
So, do you have any examples of what your stress balls look
No,
like?
I'm going to make you one in a minute. It'll take me 5 minutes to make it.
Okay.
He was on the grassy knoll. Promise. But I'm going to shut down. Yes, Megan has been gone since Ty. Is everyone going to be doing this now that Kurt did it? Kurt did what? The super chat thing has been around for a while. I didn't even know. I've never heard Kurt do it. And I mod for Kurt. I've never heard him do it. I have to remind him of super chats. What happened, Molly? Oh, you just got to watch the stuff between Molly and Michelle. It's crazy. It's insane. Super chat makes me happy too. I know. He doesn't realize I'm a pro now. I can make stress balls. That's what he wants. So, all right. But I am cutting out. I got to make him a stress ball. I will see you all tomorrow, 8:30. And I'm glad I did this tonight because I really was going to skate out of it because I got a lot to do. But I decided to come live anyway, and I'm glad I did. So I will see you all tomorrow. Make sure that you sub up. Normal time, I'm going to go back to 8:30. But make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Then again, if you're chatting, you're doing a subscribe because I have it on subscribers only. So there's that. But make sure you check out my candles at energycandles.com. Bath and Body Works coming soon. No pun intended. But soaps are coming and lots of stuff coming. All right. So I'll see you guys later. Have a wonderful night. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace. And thank you guys for super chat, PayPals, everything. Did you see Uncle Will's light thing? No, I didn't. I will go check it out, but I am going to go check out Ryan's song. So I'll see you guys in a little while. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.